All right, we are out today. We got Pete, we got Billie Jean. I'll throw their names on the screen like I did the last time I did this, but I joined a Facebook group for kayakers and tubers in this very stream that I'm in right here in Pennsylvania. And my hope was to try to get some rings back. I found a number of rings from this particular stream and a couple rings from other streams. So I joined the group and published some of the videos that I put together of the lost rings. So I am trying to get rings back to people, but in that process I got contacted by someone who had lost a ring here 5 years ago. So we just parked and we are on our way to the spot where they had lost the ring. Luckily they had taken a friend had taken a photo, so the geolocation on the photo is a good indication as to where the ring was lost. The photo they took, I think, was of the woman who had fallen out of the tube. So this is an engagement ring, so we're looking for gold, white gold, and a diamond. And should be super exciting if we find this. We've done this before where we help people find rings, and what we do is we bring some mercury dimes, and the person who finds the ring gets all the mercury dimes. So we've got a little bet riding on this today. So I don't care if I win or lose. I genuinely just want to find this ring and make a great story to get this back. So off we go. I have a suspicion somebody was looking for geodes here. We got a broken rock there, and it wasn't quite what they were looking for, so they left it. Kind of interesting. So there are two main streams that run near us. This one is tricky to metal detect in because of the ground. Oi. Those are going to get really tricky because this is getting deep right here. It's getting deep quickly. I thought we'd be able to walk completely up here, but there's a big hole coming up here. Let me see. This is how deep it is. Billie Jean is not gonna like this. Sorry to tell you this, Billie Jean, but you're gonna have to tippy toe it. Pew pew. Hey, I gotta edit those curse words out. Please don't curse. Pew 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 pew. Oh, great. Beep beep beep. I need a beep sound effect from you. I'll use your pew pew every time you curse. All right, so like I was saying, I prefer being in the Conde de Gwinnett because the bedrock is right where you detect. You're pretty much walking on bedrock in most areas, which makes retrieving things very easy. In here, man, there's so much traffic and planes going by. In this stream, it's all rocks. Might be a little hard to see in the current there, but it's all rocks, and the rocks, you just have to dig and dig and dig, and they keep filling in. So you do spend quite a bit of time trying to find items in here. Now, ring lost 5 years ago. I don't know. It could have dropped a little bit. You know, gold's a little heavy. So we will see. There's an interesting sign here. The water's getting. I don't know if this is going to get deep up here or not. We might have to find another way. I'm trying to scout ahead of Pete and Billie Jean. They're back there still looking for stuff. That's where we dropped in. There's oftentimes rings and stuff found at the boat launches as people topple But this might be deep here because there's a rope swing up there. A little bit of a dam here. I don't know. We're going to have to see if we can pass all this. All right, we'll keep going. Hopefully we'll be able to make it up to the spot. It's not super far from here. Oh, look at this really cool pattern from, looks like water droplets coming from this one tree right here for some reason. Kind of pretty. It looks a little old. I don't know what that structure is there. I don't know if there was, maybe that was an old bridge because you have a new bridge here. Maybe that's what that was there. I don't know. Oh yeah, it looks like there's yeah, for sure this was an old bridge here, as you got the other half of the bridge up there. Yeah, so this might be an interesting spot to detect in, but it looks like it might be deep. I'm gonna see. All right, Pete's on the board with a ring. What do you got, Pete?
I don't know. It looks like some sort of old, I mean, it's not obviously not silver or gold, but it says United States Army around the outside. Looks like maybe a plastic stone or a glass stone. It's got eagles on both sides.
That is sweet.
Kind of neat. Yeah.
That might be, somebody might be interested in getting that back.
Who knows? It's probably been here for a good 50, 60 years.
It does look like it's pretty old.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Neat.
All right, well, we know you can find rings. Now we got to find
we got to find the right one.
Yeah.
Are you all right there, Miss Copper?
So graceful today. Let me tell you.
All right, we are trying to assess exactly which tree it is, but I think we have it narrowed down because in the photo here,
it's a straight one, not the squirrely one.
It's the straight one, not the squirrely. There's like, it looks like by this woman's hand there's a rock. If we zoom in, and I think that rock is straight up there under that tree that's bent over. We weren't sure if it was going to be this tree that's closest to us or that. I'm very certain it's up there. So there's some rapids up there that we think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
No.
see where that big tree that's leaning over the straight one? Right near there.
Up there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. All right. I think that's our spot. So we'll go up and focus our area up there. What in the world do you got there? Ah, maybe on the end of furniture or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's very cool.
Neat.
Yeah. Nice. No ring, but
No ring, not yet. Some fancy corner design. It's cool though.
Yeah. All right.
I think it's doable. It's just, I don't know. It'd be helpful if we could narrow it down.
All right. So I got another ring.
Oh, sweet.
Unfortunately, it's not the ring.
That is not the ring, but what kind? That might have. That's a.
I don't think it's white gold or anything. I think it's just it rang up.
That's super cool though. That's somebody's wedding ring.
Yep.
Nice.
And then I got a World War I button or World War II button.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I found a World War II button in here. Not right here, but in the yellow breeches. I just don't know why.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Great to see you.
Nice. Well, shank's still intact.
Yep. Sweet.
Super sweet. All right, PB&Js. All right, I just came up a little bit upstream from where we're looking for the ring just to get a little bit of a break. It's very exhausting down there, like where Billie Jean is behind that tree. I just came up to just check out here a little bit and found this really cool. There's train tracks right above us here, and there is this really cool tunnel that goes underneath the train tracks here. Some kind of spillway to get water over here. But yeah, this is just really cool. You just don't expect this, you know, we're in the middle of the stream. Obviously there's stuff all around us with the trains and roads and bridges and such, but you know, you kind of get like stuck in this mind that you're like in the middle of a stream in the middle of the woods, and then all of a sudden this pops up. Yeah, looks like a shallow stream of water coming through there from the other side. The big question is, should we go check out what's over there? Yeah, let's give it a try. I want to avoid this big hole here. Kind of very very deep there. Oh. Ooh, I wonder if there's any snakes in here or bats. Ooh, there's a really cool echo here. Oh, it gets really dark. This is super eerie. I sure hope there's no flash flood that comes through here. Yeah, check this out. On the other side here, obviously, they don't want people coming through there. Got these big gates. I think it'd be pretty easy to get up and over those gates there, but I don't know about going through that wire there. And a big old no trespassing sign over there. I have no interest in trespassing, but that is really cool. All right, time to get back to detecting. Always a good sign that you're on some old sites. Right here. Bing!
What is it?
A porcelain lid.
From basin.
Yep. I'm always in shock as to how many of these are out there. There's a ton of these out there. Ooh, and this one's got some... Yep, there it says Mason on it. This is a Mason brand. Cool. I just got my first sinker on the day. Unusual not to find more, but maybe we're just in some remote spots, but looks like it's a 3/4, and there's Billie Jean sneezing off in the distance. I hope that sound effect got on. I am out for the second time trying to find an engagement ring that was lost 5 years ago. I'm here with Raymond from mygoldfinder.com. Check this out. This guy is definitely good at finding rings, and here's the proof. So that's super awesome, man.
Awesome, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, great find.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll have to come back, find that other
I
ring.
know we got to get the
Yeah.
engagement ring yet, but that
We'll find it.
I'll take that one though. All right, we're back out. This is the third attempt to finding an engagement ring. Optimistic we're gonna find this thing today. The past 2 times we weren't really here for a full day, so we'll give this our best effort. I am just below, like up this bank here is some railroad tracks, and I just found this. Obviously this is a shovel. I would say this is pretty old based on its condition. But you know, I wonder if this was men working on the railroad. Would they be using shovels? I would imagine so. But we've also found some relics up here. There might have been some old homes in the area. I should have looked that up, actually. I'm just focused on finding this ring. I really haven't looked to see if there were any houses in the area, because I'd be too tempted to want to run off and detect by those houses rather than get the ring. So I want to focus on this ring today, but I just wanted to show you this because I thought this was kind of an interesting looking shovel. Yeah, so this ring recovery is a little tricky. We know it's in a fairly confined area. You know, it could have moved a little bit in the stream, but you can see there's, you know, some kind of running water here that makes it difficult to stay in this place for a while because they get really tired, you know, kind of fighting the current. But like I said earlier, there's a railroad track up in this direction. And it's literally right at the top. When the trains go by, you can see them right there in some of the openings of the trees. And there is a lot of iron in here. Stuff from, I believe, would be the train cars or the rail tracks, or, you know, it's amazing just how much of this stuff is out here. But yeah, and unfortunately, when you get these signals, you can tell it's iron, but there's usually like this square head up here that gives off like a good signal that could be a ring, and so you got to dig it up, because if the ring is right next to this, you know, the only way you're going to find it is if you dig out the iron and eventually get the you know, the item you're looking for. So it's going to be tough. We're going to have to keep doing this. Maybe we'll have to come back. I don't know. I do hope we find it today, though, because I would like to get this one behind us. But yeah, we'll keep going, and you know, if we don't find the ring, hopefully we find something interesting here. All right, I'm coming over to Raymond. He found a ring. We don't think this is the engagement ring, but he says it's a nice one, right? Man, I gotta be careful walking. Well, this is so slippery here.
So I don't have my glasses on, but I'll let you see the sparkly little diamonds in the sunlight.
Oh my. You're just crushing it in here, Raymond.
It's the second ring in the last couple of weeks since I've come up to Pennsylvania.
Oh, look at that. That thing is sweet. Congrats, man.
Yeah.
That looks like it's been there a while.
It probably has, but now we need to find the other one.
I don't think that's hers, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on engagement rings. It does look like a men's.
She said an engagement ring. This is a men's ring.
It does. Well, I don't know. That one ring we found, we weren't sure if it was a men's or a woman's, but...
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. Oh, it's white gold, though, wasn't it?
It was white gold. You're right. You're right.
Oh, that's pretty. Wow.
Yeah, that's a nice ring.
It's been in there for
you know,
a while.
and I never had my friggin' GoPro on.
Oh,
I never
yeah.
have it on, man.
Hey, somebody was loving that ring because look at the edge is a little bit thinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've worn it quite a bit.
He's bummed.
Well, I will look and see if I can...
Maybe there's initials or something.
There's initials or something in there. Find an owner.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Thank you, Lord.
Nice job.
Nice.
And you know, that was just another one of them random signals because there's so much crap in here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just happened to hit it. Who knows how many of those we passed up?
Right?
Because
Yeah.
it's, you know, because this was a banging, crackly signal too. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pull tab, but then it would go to 27. It was like all over the place.
Yeah. I think
Really
there's just so
weird.
much iron in here. That's what you just get. Congrats.
Good job. Yep.
All right. I never live dig these. I try to save my battery life, and just don't like to do this. But you know, I just want to show you like what it takes to work in a stream like this. Like I said, there's a lot of iron signals in here, so it's really tricky. But here I have coming up like 14, 15, 16. I mean, that's like in the range of what you could expect for a ring. A ring could really, no pun intended, ring up on a lot of different numbers. But that's a good signal. So start by gently moving some of these rocks away. It sounds like it's pretty near the surface. Just about everything we're digging, except for iron, is pretty close to the surface. Yeah, so it sounds like it's like just in this. So I'm just going to carefully, gently. What I'm trying to do is just slowly move to see if the signal moves. Because you really can't see it. And it's still in that little hole there. So sometimes it just gets stuck in there.
Usually the deeper you have to go, the more likely it's going to be iron, but this does not have an iron signal to it, at least not yet. Usually you can hear a little bit of an iron tone on the edges. Now it's starting to get that iron signal to it. This happens, unfortunately. So the signal's going higher and higher, and I'm getting more of an iron scratch at the end, so I'm pretty sure this is now going to be iron. And it's just unfortunate. It's just what you have to do. Now, it could be there's iron next to something good, but I think there's going to be iron. Yep, and now it's like an 18, 19, 20, and it's giving a little iron scratch, so I'll throw the magnet end in here. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll come out. It's not a very strong magnet, unfortunately. If it's a nail, it might pop out, but I don't think that's going to be a nail. We've been finding a lot of like train relics, bolts and whatnot. Yep, that's going to be iron. I'm going to stop recording this and try to dig this out. Well, like I said, this was ended up being an iron signal. Started out sounding really good, but you just got to dig it. All right, hopefully we'll find this ring soon, or other rings. There seems to be a lot of rings. This is the fourth ring we found in an attempt to find this other ring, so hopefully we'll find this one soon. Another train relic. Boy, these things.
Oh, yeah. Railroad spike.
Oh yeah.
There's a train track up there.
Yep, right here is when the trains run by, you'll actually see them, but yeah. And I think what you get when you're like reading these is like, depending how it's in the ground, I think when your detector hits like a solid spot on it like this, it gives you a good quick signal. So you think it's, you know, could be something good, but then you hear the iron chirp around it, so. But you just gotta keep digging it. I just found a key. So we moved a little bit from the place where we're looking for the ring just because it's so exhausting. I moved upstream just a little bit to the shallow area, and I just watched a bunch of tubers come down and kayakers, and I'm watching where they get hung up. So if you watch the tubers, they're all like, they hit like a pretty consistent spot in the current and they come down, and I saw a couple people get stuck on this rock here. I'm also looking for rocks that have like the plastic scraping on it from the bottom of the kayaks, and just checking around those, because yeah, if you get stuck, you're gonna put your arms in to try to push yourself out and maybe find a ring. So I got this key, pretty cool. A little turtle in here. You can see his nice little shell there. Let's see if we can go under and take a peek at his face. He's probably gonna not like that too much. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Okay, Mr. Turtle. Oh, I did, actually. I said, oh, no, Turtle. We'll leave him be. We've moved on from the ring site, just getting really tired in there, so we came downstream a little bit. And I noticed, you know, looks like a little bit of a dump site here. So I just started looking around here, and I found this piece of pottery here. Kind of cool, a good sign. But yeah, I'm gonna check up in here a little bit, maybe see if there's any bottles or anything poking out. There's an interesting find. You can see a jack for a car right there. A little bit rusted, but we'll leave that there. I am thinking this is an old bell to a bike. That would be my guess. Maybe it was on an alarm clock. That could be another good guess. Or maybe it was on a phone. I think they used similar bells for those, but yeah. Interesting to find this bell in the middle of a stream, but we'll keep looking. Jill, what did you just find?
This is a piece of the guava tree. I had no clue what to use them for.
Are you making green beans tonight?
One big green bean. Fill me up.
That's all you need. Perfect. Perfect. Make a nice steak with that.
I'll go share with you
Picking wildlife souvenir. Is that like a cucumber thing? Or?
Cucumber.
I don't know.
It's a cross between a cucumber and a green bean.
Oh,
You know what you use this for?
no. What kind of tree?
Catawba.
I don't know, healing?
I don't know. But
They're back scratchers. There you go.
That's cool though.
I can put my hair up from that.
There you,
One hair I have.
you gotta watch out, there's snakes up in that tree. Got these caterpillars in there. Ew. It's crazy how these things just take over trees the way they do. You can see them all wiggling around in there.
We're gonna recreate the photo. Did you bring like a tube or anything so I can and maybe like a women's bathing suit to put on? Or
Why can't we have Billie Jean do the women's part?
well, that's a good question. That's a great question.
We're trying to recreate the scene, and we need a somebody in a bathing suit, a woman in a bathing suit. So Pete was opting.
Well, listen.
Hey, we got to get the ring back. That right there is a leech. I'm try to get steady. That right there is a leech. That thing was just on Billie Jean's shoe. You could imagine she screamed a little bit as she plucked it off. Oh. Ew. Here it is coming out the other side. That is not. Oh! Look at the power of that thing, able to move a stone like that. That thing is gross.